And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is Tuesday. I am tired. It is wonderful, and you are wonderful too. Hey, how's it going? I hope your day is going well. I definitely feel like I'm here. I exist. I also exist in Minecraft, as dark as it is. So let's maybe do things and stuff and things and stuff and things. Yes, there are things that are in fact here and, stuff. So here's the deal. I had to go to work extra early this morning and I'm tired. So since I'm here at the spider farm and it's a real pain to get down here, I thought, you know what would be really good? Let's dig a tunnel someplace useful so it's a lot easier to get down here. So that is going to be the plan. Yeah, so I believe, assuming I'm looking at this right, hang on, we're going to jump out to the cheaty cam for just a minute. And yes, this should take me approximately to the right area over here by the tree farm. So we are going to go. Now, one of the things I'm going to do here, one is I think I want to make this, eventually I think, and maybe I'll do it all now. I don't know. We'll make it this place 3 blocks wide. But for now, we're just gonna kick through here, and I'm gonna put frog lights in the floor. In fact, I want them to be facing up every so often because I think it's going to look good. That makes sense? Sure it does. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when that hits a 4, that's when I'm going to put in another frog light. So that's going to be the idea. We'll have all sorts of light, and maybe we'll get in and decorate this tunnel and stuff too as we go. Or when we're done, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how awake I am when we get to the end of this stream. On the plus side, I got to wear a hard hat today, so, that's exciting. Oh, haste beacon. Haha! That's going to make this easier. Yeah, I had, it's the reason I had to go to work, is they were doing some work in the data center at the university I work at, and, it's in the middle of a construction zone, because that's what's happening. They're renovating that building. So the joy of going into a construction zone means thou shalt have protective equipment. So, that was fun. Speaking of fun, I'm just gonna drop a couple of torches around here. This we may do a little bit more with, but all right, so unfortunately, those torches have thrown off my count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there we go. There. Okay. Sweet. Anyway, so how y'all doing? Hope you're having a fabulous day. It's honestly, it's been good. It's cold here, as you would expect in the mountains in January, but at least in the northern hemisphere. For those of you in the southern hemisphere, good luck with that. Enjoy your heat and stuff. Doing on inventory space. Okay. Doing all right so far. All right, now, hopefully this won't go too far. Where am I? Where am I? Did I go too far? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I am lost. Okay, so there's that beacon. There's that beacon. I am totally. Hey, snoopers. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. I have totally missed the boat. Anyway, I was hoping to build a nice tunnel over here to a tree farm, and I'm lost. Where is my tree farm? Oh, tree farm. I just saw it like just a minute ago. And now I'm totally and completely... Oh yeah, turns out I blew past it a long time ago. Cool. Oh, yeah. I should have gotten, like, coordinates or something. Is this where I need to be? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, kind of. In fact, I need to be back... Where is this? Oh, hang on. Okay. 4894. Okay, 4894. Way back here. Anyway, it's going. No, I am so ridiculously tired. Because said I had to be at work at 6 o'clock this morning. And that was not nearly as pleasant as one might expect. You know. All right. Cool. Where is the entrance to this place? Okay, so right there's the staircase down. Let's do this. That's at, what is that? 30. Oh, that's all the way down there at some number that I don't remember. 27. Sweet. So yeah, it's great. It's good and exciting. Hope you're having all sorts of good and excitement too. As oh, there we go. Kind of, sort of. January is busy. Oh yeah, Old Year, New Year stuff. That makes sense. Okay, so I will need to get some stairs and stuff in place. Let's go this way though. Haha! And then down like so. Sweet. Well, that's lovely. I do want to get up here though, because I do recall there being some darkness here, so let's be sure it's nothing to worry about. Yeah, my wife has to go through some of that too, because she's she owns her own business. And so yeah, all of the getting all of her books put together and stuff so that both her business taxes and our taxes are, you know, not going to get us or you know, fined by the IRS. You know, that would be pleasant, you know. I like not getting fined by the government, you know. Call me weird, but that's me. I'm all about the not getting fined. Okay, that's actually not nearly as far as I thought it was at first, so sweet. I was thinking maybe I should run back and do this from the other side, but you know, I can catch the haste beacon again. Right. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Actually, I think I would have replaced this floor with, I don't know, probably stone brick or something cool. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is where I want to be. Kind of, sort of something here like this and stuff. Whatever. Okay, yes. So, right. So the idea is that I could drop down here. I really should put in like a bubble vader or something to get down there to make that a little bit easier. I forgot those guys were there. So yay. Excuse me. On the plus side, though. Oh, look at you being all over here. What are you holding? Oh, slime. Why are you holding slime? Okay. I guess I should pick up that slime. I don't actually have a slime farm. Okay. Anyway, a slime farm is what happens to me during allergy season. Okay. Is that one empty? It is empty. Aha. All right. So let's just dump a bunch of stuff in there. Said I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe I'll grab some andesite. But the rest of this, so I think I want to replace the floor with stone. So we'll maybe do that. Okay, do I want to grab another shulker box? That would be a thing I could totally do. Also, maybe let's do this. We have water. I don't think I have any soul sand or anything else, but I am close enough to my base, I suppose I can go get some. Let's figure out where a bubble vader might be really, really handy. So we're looking at a thing right. Yeah, let's come right over here. Where am I? 4390, 4935. 4935. Okay. That's where I'm at now. Huh. Cool. So looking at the wrong number. Yes, I was. Yep. 70 minus 7359. Okay. Cool. I should do all sorts of good stuff here and make this look better. But hey, where's the fun in that? Okay. So something kind of sort of like this. Now, probably what would be best, let's see, this is going to be right. That's the center. Is it 59? So let's do this. I'm going to dig straight down here on both sides, and then we'll put the, well, I do want the bubble vader. I do want it to go over there. Yeah, this will be fine. We'll just go down. And we'll enjoy some darkness for a minute. I hope you all enjoy various degrees of darkness. Yeah. In other news, I am probably the only person on the internet not playing Hightail. So, you know, so that's a thing. All right, I'll figure out something to go there. Yeah, I was watching, oh, it was a bunch of the hermits were playing Hightail today. It's like, yeah, this looks like fun. I don't have it, so, you know, yay. Of course, it doesn't do one of the things I really like about Minecraft, which is automation, so, you know, see. All right, so I need to go down here, so let's do this. That'll go that way, and then this digs down here. And then we figure out all the fun and excitements of whatever this is going on. You'll check it out in a few years? Yeah. Okay. So, what I should have done was, you know, block this off so it could be a useful water column. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. There's some, I was watching the hermits play, and it looks like there's some interesting stuff there, but I think it'll be better to see what it's like once it's actually released. You don't have time like you used to. I get that. I totally get that. All right, so this is going to have to change. I'm going to make this a hallway. You know, we're going to do something weird with the water. Because doing weird things with water is definitely a thing that I'm going to be doing. Yeah, so I think I want the up to go here and the down to go here. All right. Yeah, it's having free time is definitely a thing that would be nice some days. You know, people fantasize about, you know, money and you know, various other cars and stuff. But sometimes free time really is the greatest treasure. All right. Let's see. So, what do I need to do? I need water. I need... You know, I would like to... Actually, I would like to do many things, but I think what I might do is do the snow bucket carpet thing here. So that'll be fun. And then this is going to go up. So, oh, I should probably just to make life easy on myself. Because sometimes I like to do that. I know, it's weird. But I do not have... There's my tools. All right, so this will go... Hang on, I must torch. Look, I'm going to create dark spots. Suppose it's better than creating other types of spots. All right, cool. Yeah, it's... What was I was seeing somebody at one point said, oh yeah, you know, if I had adult time or adult money, I would get all these games. It's like, well, I have adult money. I just also have adult time, which means I don't have time. It's like, I remember as a kid, it's like, oh yeah, I've got 87 hours this week to play video games. That would be cool. Yeah, that's just not happening these days, is it? All right, so I need a couple of things, obviously. I'm going to need a water bucket, which I've got. Powdered snow, which I think I can get. And then a carpet. Cool. So let's go. Got the powdered snow. I just don't think I have any carpet on me. Also, maybe some kelp and some bone meal would be helpful. I know, weird, right? But yeah. You know, the Badlands looks so cool through the water. It almost looks like I'm underwater or something like that. It's fun. All right. Right. I need carpets and things. I have things. Right? Yes. Carpet. Powdered snow I have in my box, so I won't worry about that. Oh, or I'll just bring this. This is fine too. It's not like I don't have like 5 shulker boxes of powdered snow back in the winter village. Sorry, I must disrobe on camera apparently. This is sorry, the sweater is getting hot. Okay. So I didn't mean it for it to be that kind of stream. It's just kelp. Yeah, kelp and bone meal. We got it. Oh, baby, we got it. All right, so grab some kelp. And some bone meal, which I think I have in bone form. Actually, I need to take a look. Do I have... I actually have it in bone block form, even. That's convenient. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull it from the bone blocks. Where was that coming from? Oh, yeah, the kelp farm. Or the moss farm. Yeah. Oh, I need to put a tutorial for that together. I think that's going to be... something I do here this weekend. Is a tutorial for the moss farm. Which, if you haven't seen it, is really cool. Let's see. Where do I have it that I can show it? Okay. This is one of those farms. I built it off camera just because I wanted to play Minecraft, and I was curious. So, yeah, we'll be back up there in a minute. But Woohoo! All right. So I was watching a Mumbo Jumbo video. Yes, this is 100% a I wonder if I can do it moss farm. Mumbo was talking about building a farm. Or he saw a farm, maybe it was by Il Mango, something like that. But it was a farm that used double piston extenders. And I got thinking about that. It's like, why would you use double piston extenders? It's so that you could use a double wide stone generator. Oops, which you can't see. But behind each of these, I actually have 2 stone generators instead of 1. So what ends up happening here, let me come down this way and turn it on. If I can remember how to turn it on. Yes. Yeah, so we flip this on, and what ends up happening is, oh, hang on, see we've got the 2 stone generator things going here, and then they push out this way. I know, so that didn't show much, but basically I've got extra fast stone generation for this farm, and this will generate moss at basically hopper speed. So and all you have to do is flip a lever to say, oh, go ahead and keep. It's like if I just wanted to keep moss, I could flip that lever and we'll keep it. Right now, I've got it set to collect all the flowering azalea. So I can do those things, which is really fun. And then the rest of this goes up this way, up and up and up and up and up. All of the excess comes up here, gets mossificated. Actually, it gets turned into moss down there, or bone meal down there. And then the bone meal gets turned into blocks and shipped up to my storage. So really, I built this to be a stone block farm as much as a moss farm. And then if I want pale moss, I can just swap out that block. But yeah, seriously, this goes at hopper speed, which means you can fill a shulker of moss in about 11 and a half, 10 and a half minutes, something like that. So yes, it's very fast for being a one-celled critter, right? For just being one thing here, it's really good. I like it. I do get a little bit of loss. I do get some things here. I should actually probably put some more glass up there. And I will get some things as when they break, they'll end up on this, but this farm is fast enough. I don't care. Right? It's just, it does that. So yeah, it's a fun little deal. Okay, and we are going to go up and then back down because I don't remember how to get to where I'm going without it. So this will be fine. So yeah, I was just really, really curious what that would look like. Would be to have a moss farm. Oops, that's the up. To have a moss farm that used double piston extenders for the stone generators. And it was fun. I'm not going to claim the redstone is pretty. It's not. There's probably better things I could do for getting signals up to the sides and things like that, but works out well. So, but said I have it not specifically for moss. I actually have it specifically for the words. I have it for words. That is 100% why I have it. I have the okay, that's going to go there. I have that farm for bone blocks. So, so that's fun. All right. So water's going to come down here. This is going to be for our, I didn't bring down soul sand. Oh, that's cool. All right. Now, once this becomes an infinite water source, this is going to leak all over everything. And that gets messy. I don't need accidental leakage. So, I should do something about that. I don't know what, but something definitely should be done. Let's do a thing. Do I have wood on me? Oh, no. If only I had wood nearby. Somehow, maybe I will find nearby wood and be able to use that for signs and stuff. Yes. So yeah, I wanted a tree farm that was a little bit easier to get to. So I didn't have to fly all the way back. And I didn't want all of these trees up on the surface because that would just sort of ruin the vibe that I was going for. So here we are. Here, let me turn that on so it's easier to see while I'm dealing with this. So anyway. So this is all the fun and excitement. But yeah, built that a little while ago. Said last couple of streams I put together the spider farm. So we now have cave spiders, and that is awesome. You know, it'd be really cool. Inventory space. I would love to have that. I don't, but I would really like to. Okay. You know what might be interesting? Would be to get a couple of allay down here. If I were to cap this off in some way. Maybe a glass ceiling. I mean, I know we're supposed to smash those and things, but something to keep allays in. Maybe it would be handy to have a lay that would pick up the different types of wood and maybe the different types of saplings and just have them bring them over here. That could be handy. If I'm really clever, I could have then that auto sorted and you know, all that good stuff. Anyway, oh, right. I was getting that wood for a reason. I just forgot what that reason was. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Just because I don't know what I'm doing doesn't mean anybody else does. Yes, because that makes sense. Okay. Did I mention I was really tired? Does anybody notice? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm playing that up a little bit. I'm like not really, really tired. I'm just kind of tired. Oh, science. Anyway, so somewhere down here. Right, so here we sign up. You know, for now, I don't necessarily love this plan, but I'm going, oh, that's not right. But I'm going to do this anyway. Let's go ahead and stone brick this. Yeah, I don't love this plan. It's going to work. It'll work out just great. But, yeah, it's going to be a little funky, so. But it will keep all of the stuff in place, so that's a thing. On the other hand, I could just block this in, like literally with blocks and stuff, but I do want that light, so said blocks would probably need to be like, you know, glass or something. All right. Okie dokie. Well, you ever have that moment when you realize that any filter you might have had is just gone? That could be a problem. All right, so let's go get some soul sand. All right, here we go. Honestly, you know, it's one of those probably irrational fears. I hope it's an irrational fear. That if I ever have to go in for surgery and get general anesthesia, something like that, that I am going to have the worst level of, I don't know, something, potty mouth or something, when I'm coming out of the anesthesia. It's like, I will come out of the drugs and be facing some harassment lawsuit or something. That would be bad. Okay, I am looking for... I don't know if I want to do the glass now. Sure. Well, yeah, we'll do the glass now. This is probably a mistake. I don't think I can be held liable. I was under the influence. Yeah, you know, that works. You know, I've said it before. I'm on my best behavior when I stream. Okay. Now I don't swear in my normal life, so you know, profanity is not an issue. Yeah, might as well get it all out of my system. Yeah, but I do have a little bit of a dirty mind, and you see it once in a while as my jokes get a little bit off color. Yeah. I try to avoid that, you know. All right, so where am I going? Down this way. Now, I want to replace those, a couple of those signs anyway. Yeah, HR is listening. Yes. All right, so what I'm going to do is just temporarily, we'll cover that with stone so I don't accidentally get it all wet. That's somebody else's job. Okay. HR is always watching. Always watching. Okay, so that goes there. And now, this is probably enough. All right, so we pop all of this to the surface. Enjoy our brand new bubble column. Woohoo! All right, and now, there we go. So we've got nice, easy access. So we can drop down here. Okay. And then, obviously, we can go up. Because, you know, life is full of ups and downs, and so are elevators. That's just the way it is. Hey, Carp, how's it going? You're doing your homework now. That seems very responsible of you. Congratulations on your epic levels of responsibility. I tried being responsible once. All right, and let's hang on. I must shulker. Okay. Got a couple of little frozen guys here. I'm sure they're gonna be fine. Ah, no. So the spider tunnel, yes, it goes to spiders. Here, let me because I want to be trying to figure out some form of design for the tunnel. So let's meander over there, and I will show you. Because it's cool. It took much pain and suffering to get this all working, but it's cool. So down we go. Okay, so there. Since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and just dig out some of this tunnel as we go. I don't know how wide this is going to be or how tall or anything. We're going to figure that out. Dak? find your lack of gravity disturbing. All right. So what we have here is my semi-brand spanking new, I don't know, spanking on YouTube is probably not allowed, but it's a brand spanking new spider farm. It is a double spider spawner. Oops, turn that on so you can see. And if you're standing here on this happy little thing, you activate both spawners. We get all of our happy little spiders as they slide down into the hallway of impending death, which is not unlike high school. And eventually, they come through the hallway of impending death, right? They sort of float down this way, right through here, and then up into this bubble column where I can make with the slashy. So yeah, this was kind of nice. I should, come in here, put a little bit of extra water right in here, because the spiders will get kind of stuck. Eventually they push themselves over, but if I had a little bit of extra water there, they'd flow a little bit nicer. But yeah, otherwise, it's just a mess. It depends on peer pressure. The idea that the spiders will eventually push each other into the water, not unlike 6-year-olds. And then the spiders will end up going up to the, through the hallway of impending death, up where I can cut out their eyes. Because, that's just good, clean fun, really. So yeah, it's all sorts of fun. And yeah, they all show up here, and there we go. We get lots of happy spider slaying goodness. And if by some reason you pick up some string or some spider eyes, you can throw them in this chest, and that'll get sorted into the storage system here. Okay, right over here. And also, I don't have enough of them yet, but we'll get spider heads. And obviously the eyes will come in, and our string, and any leftovers come down here. So yeah, all sorts of happy fun, right? This really needs some good decorating and stuff. But I wanted to find, because I found this farm, I was just lighting up some of the caves and stuff down here, and I found that double spider spawner. And so I've got the potion brewer right in the winter village. Well, that needs spider eyes. Actually, it needs fermented spider eyes in order to brew a lot of the potions. So to do that, I need a good source of spider eyes. Well, here we are with a good source of spider eyes. So now comes the fun part of, hey, let's build a nice tunnel so we've got a nice easy path to get to the spiders, because it's really easy to get lost. I mean, there is one way, like right through here. And I know we get to enjoy the fact that I still have the gamma on, so, that's fun. But right through here, this goes all the way up to the sky. There is a giant pit o' death right up through here. It happens to be night right now. So you could just fly in with an elytra. But for people who don't have elytra, or if I just happen to not have one or don't want to use one, it would be really handy to not have to. Have I tried flying out? Yeah, I did it a bunch last stream, actually. Because that's the way it is. Yeah, it's not hard to fly out. It's actually a really big hole. The fun is coming back down and avoiding the stalactites. Yeah, see, it's just this big flipping hole right out here. There's my creaking farm and the squid farm and all that other good stuff. But so yeah, it's not hard. It's a big hole. But said I wanted a way that was easier to get down without elytra. Because actually without elytra you can't get down. So yeah, so that's the plan, is to, you know, come down here with, is build this nice little path and all that fun. It's like the Batcave entrance, yeah. I said, food, now you must go to your second job. Oh. Stoopers, I was gonna say have fun, but have a good second job time or something. Okay, stream joke. Whiteboards are remarkable. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so this is gonna come this way. I do actually want to have these stairs come over here. So saying something is remarkable, redundant. Well, that is actually a question I don't have an answer to. We will have to ask the Department of Redundancies, and see what they have to say on the matter. Okay. There we go. Open that up a little bit. All right, and we will. So let's see if this goes like here, and then we craft our stairs going down that way. This will be wonderful. That would be really cool. Having, you know, blocks. Stairs. I don't know. Do I need 4 stacks of stairs? Probably not. I don't actually need 2 stacks of stairs, but this is what we've got, so haha. Okay. The stair is going the wrong way. Okay. The other thing I need to have, probably not here. I don't know why I'm digging this out. It just seems like a thing to dig. The other thing I need to have down here in this hallway by the spider farm is a sugar farm and a place where I can farm brown mushrooms. Because I do believe it's brown mushrooms that are required for fermented spider eyes. Okay, because they're essential in the fermentation process, turns out. So, yeah, that is going to be the plan. You know, I don't really need this to be a second layer of stairs. I probably don't even want it to be a second layer of stairs, but it is. So, yay. All right, so let's talk about decorations. I've set these up so that each of these frog lights has 9 blocks in between, so we can get a fairly good pattern going here. I don't know what, but something. And yeah. So these stairs are just I happen to be down here farming wood. Let's go to the spider farm. The expected path is going to be the this one right through here. Yes. Yeah, this one right through here. In fact, I wonder if that would make more sense. If I were to cover this with glass. Okay, I'm thinking again, people. That always gives me more work. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the same for you, but thinking just always gives me more work. If I were to put in a layer of glass, maybe at this level, going all the way across the top here, right, and then I could, you know, seal everything off so that allays stick around. Right, then stairs wouldn't make sense. The only way to get down there would be to come through here. Okay, hang on. We must dig out more because of reasons. And would that make getting to the tree farm more annoying? Probably. On the other hand, it's not that bad. So, I mean, you couldn't just fly down, but just drop down this way, and then you're up at the farm. I could even dig this down, those extra layers. It's only, what is this, 6 blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Yeah. Dig that down and put the tree farm that much lower. That's a thing. That could very well be a thing. Okay. And so yeah, so you just drop down there. And what I could do is we come up this way. Yeah, and then it's just a matter of what we do with with item collection, right? Right, so we just get our allays and they do things and stuff. That's a possibility. I kind of like this possibility. Okay. Getting up on top of some of these trees could be an interesting challenge, but, you know, that's okay. All right. That's something to think about for a later day. Let's see. I think what I want to do, I put the stone in, but I think what I want to do is, okay, I'm going to put in some emergency water signs. Just in case water leaks out, it won't wash away the carpet and destroy my powdered snow. What if I were to do something cool? Like I could turn the floor into maybe just use stone brick for the floor and then do something fun for the sides. Sides and the ceiling, obviously. That would make sense. I could make that happen. So all right, so we'll have to clean off the stuff from each side here so I can put in decorations, and I have to dig out the floor. But if I just replace that with brick, I think this will be okay. All right. I'm almost also wishing that I had a speed beacon, but that's probably not going to matter. Okay. And let's, oops, hang on. I can't put things away. I don't have room to put things away. Ah, yes, this sign is obviously going to hold a number of items. Yeah. Okay, no, we're good. Everything's great. Yeah, there's a reason why I decided to do this today. It's because, well, just because I wanted to get it done and out of the way. So that when I went back to the winter village, you know, I at least would know that, hey, it's easy to get down and get spider eyes. So somebody needed to do that. Ah, cheese monkeys. Oh, the gravel. Speaking of cheese and or monkeys, got an email today from Tanner, which is the service I use to be able to throw random GIFs up on the screen. Got an email from them that said, oh yeah, we're getting rid of our API, go somewhere else. So I'm going to have to get a different solution for the on-screen GIFs when they... Because, you know, that's a cool thing. I don't want that to go away. The good news is, I think that's something I can do with Giphy. Actually, I know it's something I can do with Giphy. I've done it before. So, yeah, so I have to go back and figure out how to do that again. Because I had that set up with Mix It Up. Unfortunately, I did not bring my Mix It Up config over when I upgraded my computer, or switched computers. So I don't have that handy. I suppose I could try loading it into my to Mix It Up, but so I do still have MIU installed. I just don't use it. So I wanted to install it because I'm still a moderator in the Mix It Up Discord. And occasionally I wanted to take a look at things. Also, I liked Mix It Up. I don't want to necessarily totally cut all ties to it forever. So, you know, that's going to be something fun and exciting, I'm sure. Okay. Jeez, I need to not have those in my hand anymore. Am I going to continue to have them in my hand? Yes. Yes, I am. Yep, see what I mean? Totally. Look at all the frog lights still in my hand. And this is why I have plenty of shulker shells. All right. So I think I want a fairly, I was gonna say fairly simple design. I don't think I need anything overly crazy here. I don't know what that design would be. Like I said, I'm thinking I pretty much want to do stone brick on the floor, or for the floor, or at least part of it. As far as what's going to go on the sides here, that's an entirely different question. One that I just don't have an answer to. If I did, I would probably tell you what that answer is, because, you know, it makes total sense that I would give the answers to the test away before I, you know, just cause. Anyway, in other news, I mentioned it in the supporter newsletter, which, if you're a supporter at musicfreegaming.com, you can read every, usually publish that every Sunday. But, oh, actually, you know what would be really cool? Andesite. Let's get some andesite. But anyway, so the Music Free Gaming channel has been accepted into the next level of the YouTube Partner Program, which is, you know, a thing. Which means you will probably be seeing, if you haven't already, ads on my YouTube channel. So, you know, cheer and or lament for the ads cometh. Oh, there is more andesite in there. I'm fairly certain I had some more andesite than that. So anyway, so that's a thing. It's fun and exciting and or, you know, scary and stuff. Let's see. What else is going on? I don't know. I can't think. So after it, so I'm going to get this tunnel done, or at least as done as I feel like doing it tonight. And then on Thursday, we're going to be back, I think, in the Windsor Village. doing stuff over there. So that's going to be, you know, fun and or exciting. All right, so I'm going to need another shulker box. Another shulker box. All right, so let's go ahead and fill this up with this random nonsense. Okay, stone, gravel, diorite. The andesite can go in there. Stairs. Okay. Oh, probably the coal ore would be a good thing to put in there too. You know, that type of thing. All right. So what would be cool to have come along the sides here? Okay. Said we've got a 9-block pattern, and I'll probably make this taller. All right. I think a 5-block high tunnel isn't a bad thing. So what to do with it? I think. All right, so basically we've got 9 blocks here and then a transition block. Okay, which makes sense. We'll make something relatively easy to work with, I guess. Let's do, since I've got it here, is this, no, that's dark oak. Actually, what if I got some pale oak? That might be good. I need to, oh, I don't have dirt on me. Hang on. I must get some dirt. Okay. I was going to say I must get dirt, but I apparently don't. Oh, I apparently don't have any, but I do. We're good. We're fine. We're good. Got it. All right. So we'll plant some pale oak there. I have bone meal, right? Do I still have some bone meal? Yes, I do still have bone meal. Haha. That's diorite. It's like bone meal, but not at all the same thing. All right, let me go see if I've got some some pale oak saplings up here. Yeah, because I think this would be really nice to set up as a. It's like, okay, I need a new tree farm. I'm not going to go out and build a TNT duper tree farm because I don't like to dupe TNT. And, well, I think that's just about all there is to say about that. I mean, I could build one that uses TNT, right? I could craft it. I'd have to go get sand, but that's not, you know, ridiculously difficult, you know? Okay, I need pale oak. Pale oak. Okay, 2 saplings is not going to do it. All right, there we go. There. That's divisible by 4. All right, let's get some more bone blocks. Excuse me. I really do need to get over here and light up these signs and do other fun things, but that's a problem for future me. Present me is going to come down here and cut down trees. Okay, now, here's a little bit of what I'm thinking, okay? And I'll be the first to admit thinking is hard. All right, so we'll deal with this trial together. The thinking trial, you know how that goes. I'm thinking we'll use some pale oak. Sorry, I need to check where this is at. Is this full? Oh, this is full. Sweet. Okay, that's going this way. The bamboo farm is now actually starting to make chests. That also means it's going to start making planks for the auto smelter, so that's cool. All right. Oh, look, slime. That's cool. Guess there's a slime chunk down here. Here, let me light this up. Dark oak leaves look so gross in the Badlands. Wow, okay. Slime chunk. Good to know. Alright, I suppose I could find the seed here and figure out which of these... hi. Could you not, please? Oh, here, let's... Since I have my sword, I might as well farm some slime while I'm down here. Alright. Okay. Pale oak, go with... Yeah. Alright. Go ahead and plant that. Put all of our dark oaky goodness away. And, oh, let's throw the slime balls in there too. Okay, be nice if I picked up all the slime balls, but some skills are just too hard. This, speaking of too hard, hi. I don't believe I asked your opinion. Okay. I think we're going to have to figure out where that zombie came from. Where are we? Up there. There. I mean, everything seems to be lit up. All right. We just get zombies from nowhere, I suppose. All right. Well, that's fine. Totally fine. We'll just do things. All right. And, you know, this will be great. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, hi, is finish cutting down this tree. That seems like a thing I should do. Get it all? Missing a block here somewhere? Yeah, that absolutely was just missing a block. Cool. Yeah. All right, so we do the thing. We'll just cut down a couple of pale oak trees and make this happen. Now, I don't know what else we're gonna do. Probably something, right? Yeah, there's gonna be a something happening. All right. All right, so we have a stack plus. That's probably okay for now. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. And I think what I want to do, we might be using some pale oak and spruce, but what if I run some pale oak up here like this? Now, it's got a little bit of gray, so it's going to kind of sort of tie in here with the tunnels. If I make this taller, right? If we just, however high that is probably too high. All right, so this goes this way. And right through, okay, something like this. Okay, that comes out, this all comes out here. Okay, and that's the farm. That's fine. We'll probably not be using that much, but okay. So I'm probably only going to go up 5, but we'll put that up there anyway, just to see. Now, if I frame this out this way, We're going to be dealing with a lot of gray, right? Which is fine. I mean, gray is a lovely color, but I want more color here. I don't know what I want that color to be, but I want more of it. So we'll figure something out. Okay, so oh, look. Inventory's a mess again. Whatever will I do? I'll throw it in the shulker box. Okay, so actually, you know what might be interesting? So that's there doing its thing, right? I have some frog lights. Now, they're in the floor right now, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. But bringing some frog lights through here might be interesting. The other thing that might be fun, let's see. I do have some granite, and I do have some diorite. Okay, that could be interesting. What if I think granite's gonna, or diorite's gonna be too white. Actually, more to the point, more monochrome. So I've got gray floors. I'm going to do, sorry, I've got this pale oak here. But I want something brighter. Something brighter coming out this way. I mean, I could get really nutso and do something crazy like, I don't know, resin. But that might get a little bit too crazy. Do I want to get that crazy? I don't know. Some fun stuff with resin, though. But I do sort of like the idea. Let's say this is going up 5 blocks high, right? 1, 2, 3. That puts this row sort of the center of the action, right? And then we have our ceiling that's going to be coming up out of here. Now, what to do with the ceiling? Right? I mean, I could do the same thing I've done here, right? I could take the ceiling, make it stone brick. Okay. Maybe even throw some light in there too, whatever, right? That's definitely a possibility. But I do need some color here. Right? I could take some frog lights. What would be a good, right? I've got this blue glass here. What if I were to take blue glass and maybe do something here? I'd have to put it in front of something. But it might be cool if I were to take blue glass and resin. Those are interesting thoughts. Those are definitely interesting thoughts. I want to go throw this up there. Let's get some resin. I don't know how much I've got. I might have to farm some. Also, the blue glass, but I don't know. I think I want to do panes. I think I want to do glass panes, and then something else, maybe. Okay. We'll find something here interesting. I don't have enough lapis. I would be trading with villagers for about 87 years if I tried to do lapis blocks for walls. But maybe it would be interesting Let's see. So blue glass. Yeah, let's see what I've got in the way of resin. I had a bunch, but you have to craft the resin, or you have to smelt the resin right into the bricks. Or, yeah, this smelts into the ingots or the bricks, which then you can craft into things, which is okay. And then if I were to come in with a bunch of blue stained glass, this would be fun. What would be... I don't know if I'd want to... Yeah, I want to put something behind the blue. I don't know what yet, but something would be interesting. I don't have prismarine. I do have a lot of light blue concrete. I don't know that that's what I want to use, but I have a lot of it. So much of it. Okay. Which could be fine. So resin's coming with me. The glass. I don't know if there's anything else that would be good down here, but I mean, I could grab some moss. That would definitely be a thing. All right, I'm just gonna jump back down there, and we're gonna start building and digging and doing other things, and just we'll see what we come up with. Maybe it'll be something cool. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But we are going to try it. The other thing that might be interesting would be some copper. If I were to put some copper bars, like regular copper bars, might be interesting. Okay, so let's head down. We'll see what comes of this. All right. So, sort of what I'm thinking is, oops, you know what? I just need a crafting table down here. Okay. Crafting table. You know what would be really cool would be some resin. Actually, a stone cutter I think would be cool too. All right, stone cutter, resin. Awesome. Let's take some resin. And, okay, I can't do anything with it that way. It must brick first. Cool. So what if we were to make some resin brick walls, okay? And bring some of this down like so. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I think actually some moss might be good down here. We'll play with that here in a minute. Right, I can run that across this way. Okay. If I were to take this glass, it looks good, okay? I like the glass, but I need to put something behind it. I don't know what, but something. Something would be really cool. Yeah, hang on. So let's get some moss. Fortunately, I know where to get a lot of moss. Actually, just up in my storage room. I think I've got a lot of moss up there. If not, well, I've got a moss farm now here, local. So that could be a lot easier. I don't think I like the resin going across there, but some copper bars might be the way to go. All right, let's see if I have any. Otherwise, I may have to cook up some copper. Okay, which, again, not that big a deal. Other than the fact I might have to mine it out first. Let's see what I've got in the way of copper here. I do have some copper bars. Okay. that'll make that handy. No, I don't think I want to do grates. I am wondering, why am I here? There's copper bars, resin, moss. All right, we'll grab some moss. Now, I honestly just grabbed a shulker of moss. That'll be easier. It's so much easier when you just have shulkers full of this stuff. All right. Well, let's head on down and we'll do things. You know, I want to do something to make this area a little bit more interesting. I don't know what, but it feels like it needs a little bit of something. And I don't know whether I want, maybe I could put some sort of control room there perhaps, or I don't know, something. It just feels like it needs a little something. If I get inspired, I'll definitely put something there. Also, I didn't bring any honeycomb, so unfortunately this is going to oxidize, which is not ideal. All right. So let's pull that out. Let's put the copper in front of this. Yep, that's going to look cool. Let's see. I was just talking about coming down here with some moss, which requires I have moss in my hands, turns out. Okay. We're gonna be doing the things. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be having some fun. Actually, that's not too bad. Does moss? Yeah, moss does bind with the stuff there. Okay, but that's okay. Let's go and put some moss up here like so. All right. Now I'll worry about what's behind the grass here in a minute, or behind the glass here in a minute. What I want, let's go ahead and get some stone brick, which I left up here, which is cool. You know, do I have you know, I don't have one on me. I need an iron golem down here. Okay, hang on. Ah! I must get iron golem fixings. That's wool. Awesome. Sites. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh, a pumpkin. Which will need to be sheared. Okay. Well, I can make that happen down there. That's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna have to get some form of security in place because otherwise these guys are gonna get super annoying. Again, I really should be using my sword for this. Because, again, I don't have that much slime, and it'd be nice to have it. Alright, so now we golem. Okay, and with pumpkin. And we pick up our slime. Alright. Oh, where did I... Okay. I know I keep at least 3 of these things around all the time, right? Alright, let's get... What did I do with my other shears? I didn't lose them, did I? Oh, there they are. I didn't lose them, I just didn't put them away properly. Okay, that's fine. I will put them away properly. Haha! Okay. You know, I should look. I don't know that if I have it, but let's see. If I let's see. Is it that one? No. Yeah, mini-map settings. Okay. One of these things. Okay, we'll just search slime. Slime chunks. On. Okay, C to use. Perfect. And map. All right, so yeah, it looks like there's a slime chunk right here. Okay, good to know. There's one here, and there's actually one right over here. That's interesting. Okay. Well, cool. Now I'm not too far down, so. All right. Well, cool. Well, that should make things interesting. So there's a potential there for a slime farm. I don't know if I want to build a passive slime farm there, but I absolutely could. All right. Let's come back here behind the glass. All right. Now, I'm really liking the open look of this, okay? Where it's not, where the glass isn't connecting to the blocks behind it. Okay. That's all going to get put back, but apparently later. Okay, so we're going to come in like so. Now, all right. Yeah, do I want it that way? Or do I want it actually facing out? I think I want it facing out, which is what I had before. Right, so if I have something like this. Okay. Which is fine. I just need a little bit of something back behind that to make things look cool. Again, that's part of what the fun here is we're gonna make this look cool. Great. Okay, so we'll just throw some stuff in there that I don't need for the moment. Like the bone blocks. All right. Now, what I could do is just dig back a little bit further and put all the grass or the moss back behind it. Do kind of like the idea. Let's take that out. And I also want this something that's easily repeatable. So, you know, maybe not that. Maybe I want this to be brick. Let's try that. Grab ourselves some resin blocks. We turn that into bricks. I don't think there's anything special. There is some chiseled, but you know, that's not gonna do us much good sitting back there behind those walls. So if we do this, all right, that actually will give us a little bit of a fun design, right? You get that little bit of a almost chiseled edge there, right, with the where the walls come in. Okay, so now it's just a matter of what goes behind them. All right, now what I can do, right, is I can come in here with moss. Right, moss just comes in there like that. I could take the moss above it. We'll worry about that later. But what would go back behind the glass? Okay. That is the question. What goes back behind the glass? I don't know. I don't have an answer to any of this. Okay, sorry, this is just gonna have to come out so that I could Oh, right, because the moss has to go on this side. Yeah. Okay, so moss goeth here. All right, which means we're going to have lots of digging to do to place all the moss, but hey, haste beacons are cool. All right, so what goes in there? What goes back behind that glass? I said I like the depth, but I definitely need a little bit of something back there. Do I just use the light blue concrete? That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Yeah. I've got a lot of it, so maybe that'll be cool. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can turn the map off now. I don't like to play with it on. It's distracting for me. I don't know if it's distracting for you all while you watch it, while you're watching the stream, but I don't like it. It's nice to be able to just double check some things, like the location of that slime chunk. But, I think I've got shulker boxes over here. Yep, cool. Load this up with the that blue concrete. The catch is that's going to be a lot of blue concrete, and I don't know that I'm going to have enough. Well, that's not to say I couldn't craft up more, but wow. Another option might be terracotta of some sort, which I have a lot of. Actually, let's grab some orange terracotta. I want to try something. We're going to try something. It might work, it might not, but we're going to try it with these couple of things. We're going to try some light blue concrete and some orange terracotta. And I know the orange terracotta is a weird pick, but I should get some bee stuff. I need bee stuff. Not the bee juice. Bee juice is different. And not there. It's over here. Right, honeycomb. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll grab some honeycomb so that I can wax the iron or the copper bar, or yeah, copper bars that are down there. Okay, we'll probably need more, but let's just see what this looks like as we go, and then we'll figure out more of this stuff. Because, yeah, I think this is going to be fun. Okay. Let's, I was hoping to get more of this tunnel done today. We're not going to, so not going to get huge amounts of it done today anyway. The plus side is once I get this thing figured out, it shouldn't be too hard to replicate. So kind of what I'm thinking, okay, is if we come back here, okay, and I'm gonna try a couple of things. First off, I need to put the shulker box down that has all the stuff in it. I know, right? If you want to have stuff to put down, you got to have the blocks. So one of the things I could do, right, is I could come in here with this concrete, which is definitely a look. I don't think I like it. Okay. But it is definitely a look. The other option, which I think might work better, let's take this concrete out. I'm going to leave some of it there. We're just going to try it side by side. What if I put in some of that terracotta? Oh. That actually might work. I like it better than the blue. So, yeah, the blue concrete's going to be out, which is fine because I've got lots of orange terracotta and I don't have a lot of orange concrete. That moss might have to go. In fact, what might be better would be to replace this moss with pale moss. Yeah. Let's go get some pale moss. And if we're going to do that, okay, we'll need to craft up a shulker. Okay, shulker box. Hey, where did my iron golem go? Did he walk over? No, it's not over here. Dude. Hey, where is my dude bro? Did you... Okay. Well, once upon a time, we had an iron golem. If he has walked up those stairs, I'm going to be mildly annoyed. Doesn't seem to be up here. Where did the... I mean, I guess it's possible the slimes got him, but that would be so weird. All right, sure. Let's head over to the moss farm. Let's get some pale moss. Okay. Yeah, the one drawback of that moss farm is that if you're collecting, if you've got a pale moss, it doesn't generate bone meal as fast. Okay. And honestly, it may not generate bone meal at all. It may end up with a little bit of a deficit because pale moss does not generate a lot of the other things. Okay. Right. You don't get a lot of enough pale moss carpet and then other things on top of it to help make up for the loss of the moss. So that's a little bit annoying, but it is just one of the issues with dealing with moss. So, okay, I've got an empty shulker. Yeah. So let's pop that out. That goes there. I think I'm going to take... Let's... Oops, darn it. Something. What do I have? What do I not need? I don't know. I kind of want all of this stuff. We'll just put that in there for now. Okay. Now my bow is useless, but it's fine. Right. I need to get up there. Hi. I have not done anything with this. You know, because of the way I built the elevators, the redstone signal elevators coming up here, you can actually, I think you could actually stack this vertically really easily. And just the signal would go up and everything would be fun. I haven't tried that yet, but I think it would be totally possible. All right, in any case, I now have a shulker full of this. Let's go... Yeah, let's go try the pale moss. I think this is going to be really cool. I think the pale moss is going to be really cool. It's going to be the block of choice here. Also, I've got a silk hoe, which will make cleaning out the moss significantly easier. Do I actually have... Sorry, I need a free camp for a minute. Okay. I do not have a way up from there. Or a way down from there. Okay. That's fine. We'll go this way. Oh, what else do we do when we're confused? We go down the pipe. All right, so I've got the copper bars. I've got the honeycomb, so we'll wax that, which I forgot to do. I do like that line of bars there, so we'll go with this. This is going to be a fairly modern. I mean, this whole area is supposed to be sort of modern, sci-fi-ish, right? That sort of thing. So having a modern sci-fi look here is going to be good. Okay. So we just wax all of that. And let's hop back here. Yeah. You go there. And our shulker box of pale moss will go in my inventory. Haha. All right, so let's pick up all this green moss and replace it with the pale moss. Yes, that is significantly better. This is just too bright. The green here, it's just way too bright. Which is why I'm replacing it. Because, yeah. All right. So we now, yeah, so we'll just get all of this moss going across. All right. Yeah, that is looking better. And yeah, if I put the orange terracotta in, which, all right, well, this is all gonna have to come out. It's fine, we'll get it. All right, it's just gonna end up with a lot of digging later, but, oh, did I thought I had more orange terracotta. I do, I just don't have it on me. That's cool. Oh, yeah, that's why I've got the one extra. It's because I cleaned out that one box. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and put this terracotta in. Honestly, it might be easier just to replace the whole wall, but it's not necessary, right? Because we're going to be putting the frog lights in, and you're not going to see behind it, but yeah, see, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. And if I were to come in then with these resin bricks to fill in back behind here, which, right, that's not there. Right? That gives us a fun little, yeah, I think that's going to be a fun little pattern. Is it like bright and exciting? A little bit. Is it the greatest thing ever? The other thing I might do is actually replace those verdant frog lights with the ochre ones, right? The yellow or yellowish ones. Those might go better in that area behind the bars, but that's okay. All right. So I kind of like this. It's not overly crazy. And I said I need to figure out what's happening with the roof, but I can make this happen. All right, so let me go ahead, and I need to free up a little bit of inventory space so I can make this all happen. It is all resin. All right. Yeah. Inventory space is cool. All right, so that goes in there. All right. I don't think there's another shulker box that has room up here. A little bit, but you know, I would really like to know what happened to my iron golem. Dude, what are you doing over here? I mean, it's possible he went chasing slime. But come on, man. You need to come back over here. Yeah, right? Because, oh, I turned off the slime chunk thing. Okay. Yeah, you come this way. Yeah, that's right. Oh, can't go that way. All right. Come this way. That's right. You just come right on over here. And then we, there we go. We just golem proof that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you just stay down here where you belong. Okay. Golem, man, wandering all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just silly. All right. Cool. So this all goes in here. I don't need the wood now. Actually, let's take the logs. We'll put those in, away there. We'll grab another shulker box. All right. Let us diggy diggy. So what I'm going to need to do is we're going to have to dig out 3 blocks. Yeah, because there's the terracotta. So another 3 blocks all the way down, plus the floor. Okay. All right, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. By the power of Haste Beacon. All right. Oops, there we go. That goes this way. Ah, cheese monkeys. All right. That's all right. We will fly down here with rockets because we've got them. Yeah, so we're gonna have lots of digging to do to get all of this in place, but all right. But that's okay because we've got a haste beacon, and so that's gonna make this relatively straightforward. So, okay. Goodbye, beacon. Hello, rockets. All right, so yeah, so we're coming out this way, and I need to come down 1 block for the floor. And we'll need to go up a few blocks for the moss up top, but I think this will be easier because I don't need to go up as high, so I really don't need all of that stuff that's up there. So I am going to collect the moss ore, the copper ore, because yeah. Again, I don't have a copper farm, but I think there's a reality here. I probably don't need one.
In a moment, we'll ask you to assume crash positions.
And welcome in, Milena. Welcome. We've got a raid coming in. How's it going? Grandpa, what's that? Ratter? Welcome in. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Lonely Fisher, how's it going? Welcome in. Glad to have you all here. Hope your stream was going well. What else did you get up to? Hopefully, fun and exciting things. For those of you who are new here, welcome to Music Free Gaming. I am a family-friendly channel, mostly playing Minecraft. So, it's pronounced Raider. Gotcha. Radar. Makes sense. I'm bad at pronouncing things, so, you know. If you're playing Sea of Thieves, or that sounds like you be having all the fun. Nice. Well, that's cool. Cool. Let's see. What else is going on? Not much. I am digging. I'm tired, so my general filter of sanity is gone. So we're just sort of doing the thing. So what I'm building today is I'm building a tunnel. Okay, technically I'm digging a tunnel. Ah, cheese monkeys. Yeah, I had to be at work at 6 o'clock this morning, which is a little earlier than I would like. So I built a spider farm in the last couple of streams, right? Got this double spider spawner, which is great. And now we've got ourselves some, building this nice little hallway to get down here. Ah, yes, the cheese monkeys, absolutely. You know, I'm wearing my cheese monkeys T-shirt too, which I could give the shameless plug and tell you that you can go to musicfreegaming.com and get one yourself, but that would be silly. Why would anybody do that? Okay, that gravel needs to be removed with deep prejudices. Okay, anyway. How's it going, Captain? Okay, where did I... That's got resin in it. I have all of the organizational skills of a blind ferret, so got that going for us. Okay, and then this one needs to come out, and then the one next to it, so things look better. Enjoying your late night. That is great. That is fabulous. Okay. A couple of places here where I think gravel fell on me and I just totally lost the plot. Like that, Who needs gravel anyway? Me. I need gravel. Because concrete is a thing that I sometimes like to build with and I don't have, so. Oh, did I miss a row? Probably. Maybe. Kinda. Sorta. Okay. Yeah, I need to take this row out too, because that's where all of the terracotta is going to be. So this is what it's going to look like. Minus the bat, probably. Hi. So I'm just going to have this sort of repeating its way down both sides here, which I think is going to be kind of fun. All right. And away we go. Yes. This is good. Been taking a break. I've been working on a winter village, which has been coming along nicely. Been happy with that, but need to take a little break from it. So, hence here we be. Yeah, this tunnel it's for the moment. Yes, it's only going to a spider farm, and I don't know why. I just feel like I need to decorate it more. Is anybody else going to come down here but me? No? No. And there's going to be a tree farm. Right now, it's just kind of here. But, sometimes you just got to do things that are silly. And that's what we're doing. But I think it'll be good. And probably what I should do, so I'll bring this all this way. And I should probably also bring this design up here, right along this. Because this area needs some help, right? I need to decorate my bamboo farm, because it just, especially down here, looks just silly. On the plus side, it is crafting chests, so that's a win. But yeah, actually, let me show you around a little bit. Because this is my main base up this way. It's up a little ways. I'm in a Badlands, which is its own special breed of fun. I need to get some ceilings and stuff done in here, but let's get through here. I've got a handful of villagers. This is the my food courts, and we're gonna get a couple of little things. But let's come over here. This is the storage level, where I've got my main storage room. This is all copper golem powered. Okay, and what's fun, got my gas reactor up there. Nice little happy gas. Got some happy. I'm sure those squid are happy, right? I can't hear them complain, so it's all good. But yeah, if I throw some stuff in here, of course, that's all going into bulk storage, so it probably won't even get there. When the storage is on, I get lights that flash around here, so that's cool. But this is the main entrance, There it goes. So I've got this happy little bridge. Right? This one I know it's happy because the ghasts are totally, see how happy they are? They are absolutely happy to be a bridge. Right? So I've got the bridge here. Let me free cam up so you can see my base. It's so it's kind of fun. The lore, such as it is that whoever built this is their society is harnessing the power of happy ghasts and possibly other things that are maybe unmentionable. I'm going to be having this, see where these elevators go into the ground? I'm going to terraform under here and make this into more of a green garden area. So it's like what's happening is they're actually helping to bring life to the desert, right? That's sort of the idea. Okay. I don't go in hard for lore, but so that's part of this. Okay. This door, by the way, is powered by creaking. You look through at these paintings, and there are creakings that will sink down and open the door. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. So iron farm outputs here. The farm itself is actually inside this mountain. Here, we'll free camp through. I've got to turn on the gamma override so you can actually see. But I have villagers in here. And where is it? Somewhere in here. There goes the zombie. I've got a zombie that comes up a water column here and then drops down here and then just does a loop. And I think this is what, like 7 or 8, 6 or 7, something like that. You know, iron golem farms, I guess. So that's a fun little bit. But coming up to this, one of these days I'll get used to that. But up here, this is the habitat level. This is where all my villagers are. So coming in here, I've got the bookshop where I have, librarians. I've got every villager trade except for lunge. I haven't gotten the lunge enchantment yet. But I've got room. I can slide villagers down and get the lunge enchantment in here. So this is kind of fun. Again, I'm going for a sort of a modern vibe here. Coming around this side, said lots of villagers. These are my blacksmiths. So they're all in here doing all the whatever it is blacksmiths do when you have them locked in a 1x1 box. Probably something cool, right? They've got this cool little fire here, so they're probably, having barbecue and stuff, which honestly sounds really good. In here, whoops. Ta-da. In here is my bee farm. So I've got bees coming through here. This is this side's honeycomb, and then right through here. Oh, that's not good. Why is that not? Why is that full? All right, I have to double check this, but this is honey bottles over here. But I need to figure out why this why that's full, why that hasn't been harvested, because that's just not right. But I thought this would be a fun little sort of inside garden area. It's all sorts of pretty. And so I've got some decorating I need to do in here because it's a little bit empty. Though I really like this. This is my bedroom and my enchanting room, which is just all sorts of fun. I love this painting. The was it Kevin? Is that the name of the silly dog over there? Yeah, from a Minecraft movie. Yeah, that's all sorts of fun. But around here, yeah, Kevin, thank you, Radar. That's here. I've got my clerics and an automatic brewing machine. This is a machine of my own design, so it pretty well works. But you can just load up, whatever water bottles, pick your ingredients, and say go, and this will run until you run out of water bottles or you run out of output space. So if you need to generate a lot of potions, this is the way to do it. I've got a tutorial for this machine on my YouTube channel, which is cool. And then up on the top floor, I still have some work to do because now that we're on the Mobs of Mayhem drop, oops, that's the down. See, sometimes you want your elevator to be uplifting and then it lets you down, and that's not fun for anybody. Up here, I've got my little park and my little zoo. I need to put some in here. This is where my Nautilus are going to go. But I've got some squid and I've got some guardians over there. I've got my striders, happy gassed parking, which is handy, Hey, welcome back, Melena. Hope your shower was warm and wet and soapy. I don't know what else you might want out of a shower, but that tends to be my list. But yeah, got a few axolotls and a very, very slow sniffer farm. Also, if I need to breed up some turtles and things. But this area is still a work in progress. I need to get a couple of other mobs up here and a bunch of other stuff that I just haven't done. So, it's a work in progress. We're getting there. Anyway, I was doing things. Down. Yes, we are going down. Did I need something else while I was over here? Probably not. Probably fine. I do a petting zoo. I might. In fact, I am sorely tempted to... Vanilla Tweaks has a data pack that... yeah. Thank you all. I'm glad you all like it. Hey, do y'all want to see the Winter Village? Oh, let's go do that. Just cause I'm sort of losing my mind. Anyway, Vanilla Tweaks has a data pack out where you can lock mobs in their baby state, so that they're just stay babies. And who doesn't want baby puppies and kittens and chicken nuggets and stuff, right? I know I do. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Also, in that mountain, I have a creeper farm. Yeah. Yeah, I am tired. Well, I knew I was going to have to get up early this morning because I had to go into work today early because we were cutting over power in our data center because our building's going through renovations. So we had to shut some things down, do the power cut over, bring it all back, which is fine. I knew this. I knew this last night. And I spent 2 hours late last night talking to my wife. Because apparently, okay, now get this, okay? Husbands and wives sometimes actually talk to each other. Okay, I know, it's weird. It's 100% true, though. Apparently, they can talk to each other and, have meaningful conversations and stuff, right? Yeah, no, it happens. You can disbelieve all you want. but it's true. And yeah, we were talking about music and stuff, and it was cool. But because of it, I went to bed really late. Yeah, also, here, let me turn the gamma on so you can see this a little bit better. And I've got a... So I'm going to stop here for a minute. This, my gold farm. Do I have work tomorrow? I do. So I should, sleep tonight. But this is fun because the piglins come in and they chill until they can no longer chill. It's fun. I like it. It's just silly. All right. It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. Okay. Eastern time. Yeah. Well, let's see. It's only 8 o'clock here, so... Okay, so this is the basement level. So let me step outside. I'll show you what I've got going on. This area is basically spawn. Yeah, so I'm in Colorado. So it's 8 p.m. here. This little campsite is spawn. All right. Well, I thought this would be a lovely place to put a shulker farm. And I put a glass dome around it to keep people safe if the farm was running, if they were going by and stuff like that. And then I decided, you know what? This would be a really cool place to make a winter village. I'm already halfway to a snow globe, so I built a snow globe. And I figured this area would be sort of a nice little community area with a really basic, sort of starter area, right? So I've got some basic, never found a streamer that has time before central. Okay. I'm not sure I have time before bed some days. But anyway, so this is sort of a basic farm. So I've got a little kitchen area and stuff in here. Get your enchanting table and all that stuff. These are temporary. We were doing some tests with lamps. And my shulker monster is just crazy. But I've got some basic villagers down here for like mending and basic enchantments and stuff like that. We'll go through there in a minute. But upstairs, come up this way, and these guys sell pork chops, right? So if you need pork chops or cooked chicken, right, you can grab some here in this nice little cafe, right? And then upstairs, I've got a little room that you can do brewing or enchanting in. You can even come over here and look out into the snow globe, but we'll go in there and look at that in a little more depth in a minute. But yeah, so it's fun. This is said I needed to take a little bit of a break from it, but I will be back here hopefully later this week. The snowman was built by one of the other members of the server. She decided, you know what? Winter Village needs a snowman. She was right. Oh, right. I didn't go through the bottom. Let's do this. Also, this church is a work in progress. We're going to be... I've got some terraforming and stuff to do to help finish the exterior. But... but down here, again, basic villagers. This is a community storage area. For the other people on the server, I need to add some additional copper golems, but this is just a place where anybody can throw junk items, whatever they don't need, pick up what else they need. I've got some filters I need to set. Plus, it's the output of the shulker farm, so I have a few shells just in case I need them, right? And I'm going to free cam here because it's a little bit easier. But I built this area up, as a snow globe, right? You ever pick up a snow globe? It's got the little village inside it. That's kind of what's going on here. So I've got a handful of these little small houses and chat talked me into doing something silly with this tree. But this is the part I find just amusing. As I have snowmen over here just having an eternal snowball fight. Because why not? It just seemed like a silly thing to have in place. So the snowmen are having a snowball fight. There are actually zombies hidden in these hills in their snow forts. And that's what they're trying to hit. But yeah, that's all sorts of fun. Yeah, oh yeah, it's all sorts of cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, this way, through the portal. And this mosaic was designed by one of the other server members. But, oh yes, the killer baby. So this is the basement of the church, where I have a little rabbit farm. Because, you know, rabbit feet are cool. This, I just finished designing this a little while ago. This is a full-on potion brewer. I need to get everything set up still, but at least all of the ingredients. But the idea is you can come in, select your ingredients, and then you can have it brew either a single batch of potions or, like the one in my main base, just brew until you can't brew anymore. So this is going to be fun. And then in here, I built this chapel. Because it's a church, right? It should have a chapel. So, and because in Minecraft, clerics, the priests are chemists, we've got the potion brewer design up here on the wall. I'm waiting for some of this copper to oxidize, so we've got a little bit of a nicer thing through here. Yes, you're just noticing I'm on YouTube. Yes, I multi-stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So I am on all the places, or at least those three. But I also have this cool, I continued the brewer design up here on the wall. So that was fun. So yeah, it's a cool little build. I came on your recommended. Nice. Nice. So yeah, so this is the church, and we've got these walkways are fun. I like these, continuing these benches out here. The other thing that's fun, you can see it a little bit more as the sun sets, but I've got some lights. So this steeple ends up being lit at night too. So it ends up being really cool. I like this. So we've got some plans. Yeah, I'm gonna either me or Snoopers, maybe we're gonna put in a skating rink in here. We'll be building some other houses and stuff, but it's like, I feel like me and Radar need to do a 3-day build off. Man, my creativity comes and goes for me. But yeah, you can see things sort of light up. I'd like it if it were a little bit brighter towards the top there, but that's not bad. Maybe if I get a torch, or actually a copper torch up there might be kind of nice. You know, got some fun stuff. But you can see where we're getting these lanterns coming down here. We're just waiting for the copper to oxidize. But you use Lightmatica? Yeah, I use Lightmatica like when I copied in that my potion machine. I use Lightmatica to be sure I had that in place, but no, I just tend to build. I don't like to build things twice. So I don't like to build something in creative and then come back and build it in survival. That just gets old. Oh, yeah, one of my kids is coming home. So, yeah, this is my Froglight farm. You know, nothing. Froglight farms are pretty much the same the world over. So you get magma cubes that spawn in here. They freeze to death. Frogs eat them. You know, all the fun in the world. All right. Anyway, back to the ranch and stuff. You're just a guy that tweaks schematics. Okay. Yeah, I can't hold a candle to some of the big players like most of the hermits, for example. Skizzleman. I might be at the level of Skizzleman, but but you know, I'm not gonna sit up there with Tango or Good Times with Scar or Pearlescent Moon or somebody like that. But I like to build. I like the creative stuff. But every once in a while, I need to step away and do something redstone-y and automated, because I love that stuff. Thank you, Melina. I'm glad you think so. The other thing, I built this off camera. I've shown it a few times. Let me drop down here. This is something I think I'm going to be putting together a tutorial for in the next, this week, hopefully. You consider yourself a redstoner? You're going to love this. I was watching Mumbo Jumbo the other day, and he had a video where he was building a bunch of farms all at once. And he talked about building a moss farm that had a double piston extender. And that got me thinking, how would that work? So I figured it out. So I have here, let me go ahead and turn it on. Okay. Right, you can come down here and you can have it choose to keep something. I just pulled out a bunch of pale moss, so I'm going to let pale moss collect. But, let me free cam up here. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo is fun. He does a lot of cool redstone stuff. But I have a double stone generator on each side of the farm, and then I use a double piston extender to push out the stone. So this cleans out the moss really fast. So I clocked this the other day, and basically this runs at hopper speed. I collect it's like 9,200 moss blocks per hour, which is basically hopper speed. It actually runs slightly faster than that for the moss. And then of course you collect all of the other stuff as well. So yeah, this was just fun. It's like I got curious. So yeah, everything then just flushes down here. And yeah, so as I said, I think sometime this week, I don't know if I'll get it done Wednesday, maybe this weekend. I want to put together a tutorial for this. But yeah, just since I came in and started talking, showing you this, we're at 3+ stacks. 15th anniversary. Does that mean I've played this long? I started playing Minecraft in 2015. So it was Thanksgiving of 2015, where I had my PS4, I had Minecraft, and I did not know at the time that Minecraft was going to become my favorite game. But that is how it works. But yeah, also there's a bunch of overflow here. Goes into composters, gets whooshed up there. So yeah, that's all the fun. But yeah, so I'm on PC. I have been for a long time. But yeah, it's fun. I love Minecraft. Actually, it's one of those things I need to sit down with my potion brewer, the one that was there in that church. I have a timer in it that makes it only work in Java. I was wondering if it would take a freaking boat ton of comparators. Probably 18. But if I were to replace that clock with comparators, I might make it suitable for Bedrock. So it's something I want to play with in creative a little bit and just see if I can, if that would make sense to do so. But yeah, I love Redstone. I like doing stuff with it. I'm not fabulous at it, but I can do enough. I can hold my own, at least for the basics. I'm not going to be able to do something like the Psycraft people and things can do, but I can knock together apparently a moss farm. Those are cute emotes there, Melina. So anyway, so yeah, so that's the thing. So I'm not gonna be making my own version of Decked Out. No, all credit to Tango for putting all that together. That is awesome and amazing stuff. Also, while I am playing on a server, this is an SMP. The series, this is basically an SMP of introverts. We're not exactly, the types of players to be spending a lot of time doing stuff as a server. Though I did do one mini game. I was on a server that was hosted by Tinker77, who was a YouTuber and doing things, and I built Pac-Man, and I set it up with there was like a half dozen Ravagers in it. Fall in a hole. There were a half dozen Ravagers in it, and you had to run through the maze and push. I think I had 6 buttons that you had to hit throughout the maze, and if you hit those 6 buttons, then the door would open in the center of the maze and let you out. And that was fun. The redstone for that was really easy. But it was a fun little thing to put together, just to it hit my nostalgia hard, because I grew up playing Pac-Man on the Atari. Heck, I was probably 3 or 4. And it was fun to put that together, but I said that's not typically my jam, you know? Okay. The one thing I'm going to have plenty of is stone. Actually, I've been a little bit short on andesite and stuff, so that's cool. I think somebody's telling you it's bedtime. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So, yeah. Take care, Raider. Thanks so much for the raid. Also, have a great day. And everybody who's came in with that raid, y'all are wonderful and amazing, by the way. But yeah, sleep. In fact, that's something I need to think about too, since, again, early morning this morning, and I do kind of sort of want to sleep tonight, so. On the plus side, I only have to go to work at my regular time, so that's awesome. Yeah, I'm a big believer in sleep. I can't nap. I've hit that point in my life where napping just isn't a thing anymore. It's not that I can't sleep. I can't take naps, because I can. It's just that if I do, I don't get to sleep at nights later that night. So, that's less fun than it could be. Think about times 1 hour before you and 1 hour ahead of you and 6 hours ahead. Well, the cool thing, on Twitch, my schedule is set, so you can see that. On the other hand, you can turn on notifications on YouTube or on Twitch, or if you join the Discord, you can grab the stream ping role, and Discord will let you know when I'm live. So, you know, that's fun. You know, because if there's one thing I can do, it's be really annoying. And all right. All right, just drop some stone here so we can. So we're going to put the logs. That bat is going to get smacked with an axe if he's not careful. You think I'm really funny? Well, thank you. Glad somebody does. My kids would disagree, but, you know. All right, 1, 2, 3, hack! 3, 4, 5. Close enough. 2, 3. Oh, okay. Good for me. Yeah, I'm at that point at the moment too where I said I'm really tired, so my filter is gone, and I'm trying very hard to keep things appropriate for my own stream, you know? So it's family friendly, family friendly. If you're saying cheese monkeys, well, you know. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, every once in a while, I grew up. My dad was from New York, and whatever. He was from New York, and he was a street cop. So, yes, I can confirm. Okay, yes. Thank you, Crystal. No, my dad was from New York, and he used to try to avoid swearing around me, so he would say random not swears. Y'all know the type, right? And yeah, and then as I tried to, because sometimes you just need an expletive, right? You need something that really gets the feeling out. Cheese monkeys ended up being what that was for me. And Crystal can tell you, you know, I the own special breed of weird. Your names are definitely said. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's see. I think we've got enough of this nonsense going on. Let's see, what else is going on? Aside from... I did have to chuckle, though. Just that every once in a while, I'll see a picture. Crystal had sent a picture in a separate Discord of her cat wanting to lick an iron. It's like, this cat is dumb. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I were to actually continue this out, this would go this way. Username is Milena. If your name is Millie, you go by Mila. Okay. Yes. We're always confused. Yeah, I get that. Totally get that. Okay, so this is going to go in. So the next step is going to be 18,000 orange terracotta going down this way. Which, you know, is fine. Actually, it'll be really cool. I don't think I have that much on me, but it's all right. Darn it. Okay. I'm totally gonna miss things. I know it. It's gonna happen. And that's fine. Hopefully this'll... I don't know. It'll look like something eventually. I was hoping I could get like a lot of this hallway done today. I don't think that's gonna happen. We might get a couple more sections. The good news is I think I have enough copper to get all of the bars in place. I know I have enough of the frog lights. And I think I have enough of the resin, so I don't think materials are going to be an issue here. Blue glass, maybe. That might be an issue. Oh, but let's see. Is there anything else fun going on? Probably not. I think we're okay. All of the zaniness. Did have to chuckle a little bit because my daughters, at least, hang on, at least 75% of my daughters like to sew once in a while. And one of them decided that, you know what, she needed a cloak. And so she needed a felt lined, furry lines cloak. And so she made one, and it's fun. And then the other daughter, who happens to be home from college right now, decided, you know what? I need a cloak that looks sort of like I should be with the Jedi. And, you know, she's right. It was cool. But yeah, it's fun watching them. Okay, yep, we're going to go to church. And it's like, okay, going to church or a Ren fair, but doesn't matter. You look awesome. Enjoy. But that's something that I always love seeing, is people use their talents to just to meet their own needs. Right? It's like my youngest got tired of trying to find dresses that were at least mildly modest. Wow, I'm so bad at this. Because it was hard for her to find dresses that weren't, you know, well, immodest, I guess. Ah, jeez, I'm out. It's a cloak with her or for a lobster. Nope. It was absolutely for, oh. Drat cheese monkeys. All right, let's go get some more. No, so she made this big hooded warm cloak of warmth, which, given that it's been like 0 degrees down here, yeah, you're trying to make a masquerade ball outfit fit in a week. You know, you like a challenge, right? Yeah. But it's fun. It's like, you know, sit down and said when the youngest decided, oh, you know what, I need a dress. And man, there are a couple y'all now. I get my girls into a fabric store, and I will never see them again. But yeah, she'll go in and it's like, oh, this is a really cool pattern. Yes, it's for a tablecloth, but I really like this design and this fabric. So now it's this really nice dress. It's like, okay. Yep, that's cool. It's like 60 degrees there. Dang, man. I think we might have hit 50 today, but maybe, I don't know. It was, you know how it is here. It's 40 degrees colder at night than it is during the day. So it's just, I'll tell you, my walk to work in the morning is a little bit chilly. Just a touch. All right, now I get to fill in all of the holes I left. Okay, I think. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do for the roof of this tunnel, but I do know what the walls are going to look like, and they're going to look like this. So, yeah. All right, so that's all going in there. I did not bring enough blue stained glass. So, you know, got that going for me. All right, so we're coming out of here and there. Okay. You know, I think it's going to be faster, even if, though I have to dig. I think it's just going to be faster to do this from the top. I'm going to have to dig it out so there's room for me. But I have sneaky pants. And this is just going to be a heck of a lot faster. Between the haste beacon and the sneaky pants, I think this is just going to work better. I need to remember to put light up here, but, you know, that's fine. Okay. You need to buy an Odd Cheese Monkey shirt. They're nice. They're nice. I like this shirt. It's really comfortable. Plus they've got hoodies and stuff available too. I know a few people who got the hoodies. I need to look at what they've got available now, because right now the only hoodies that are there are pullovers, and I really prefer a zip-up hoodie. And I have a that's a problem for future me hoodie that I made when I was using a different service at the time. And I think they have some now available that I need to I really need to go look into, because I like a zip-up hoodie. On the other hand, I think I probably have enough hoodies that I don't need another one. Not that that should stop me, but, you know. What if there's something you want a design on, and I don't have it up there? Let me know. I might be able to make that happen. Okay. All right, so this is going to go like so. Ish. The prices be yelling at you? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I try to keep it somewhat reasonable, but there's no getting around the fact that they're just expensive. Just because, you know, it just is. On the other hand, if you're a member at musicfreegaming.com, or I think Twitch subs as well, I think there's a little discount involved there, which is kind of cool. I'm getting stuck on things, which is less cool, but, you know, got that skill. Try to get a Cheese Monkey shirt for your birthday. That would be cool. All right, so actually I'm going to need some more of these, because I need more of those and lots more of those, actually. All right. I hope that'll be enough. Ha. March is coming up. Is your birthday in March? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that's going to go here. Yeah, we're starting to make some progress. Now that I'm not, you know, like, just sort of wandering off in random directions and things. Your birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. Ooh, nice. Is it weird for you having a birthday on a holiday? My sister's birthday is on New Year's. And that was its own special breed of weird. Sometimes it was fun, but I know she had some interesting issues because of it. Of course, not the least of which is the fact that it was right there next to Christmas, but... Okay, so that's going to go kind of this way a little bit. All right. I guess I really am going to need to put a torch or something back behind those, since I need to put bricks back here. Okay, well, that's fine. I can do that. Torch goeth thusly. You don't really, so just wear green, you'll be fine. Yeah, I had the advantage, if you want to call it that, of having green eyes. So when I was in school, it's like, oh, are you wearing green? You know, I was picked on enough as it was, but you know, at least I could say, oh no, I have green eyes. See, haha, green, yay. So now, you know, my family isn't. I've got a little bit of Irish in my family. My family is mostly Welsh, actually, Welsh and English. My wife's family is Scottish, which is a special breed of fun. Really? Okay. All right. So let's get grab some more frog lights. Your eyes go from green to brown. Oh, interesting. You're confused. Oh, that's fair. No, I don't want to go with the ochre. I am going to go with the green because I like the green with the bars there. So, oh, I should probably put those bars in first. I don't think I'm going to have enough bars. I know I don't have enough bars. Okay, hang on. I must go make some more bars. Yep. I think my eyes were mostly blue when I was a kid, but they turned green as I got older. Your father looks like the guy on the Lucky Charms box. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. My family's mostly, of course, they've been in the U.S. since 16 something or other. So it's like, you know, we've that side of my family anyway has been there for a while. Copper. Yes, that is what I'm here for. Thank you. Now he's got the leprechaun look. Fun. All right, today we copper bar. Tomorrow we copper little cafe on the corner where we have delicious donuts and also maybe cinnamon rolls. Okay? Cinnamon rolls are the bomb. They explode when you bite them, so be very careful. Okay? We are going to do this gentle-like. I have no idea where I was going with that. It's a thing. Anyway, now you've got the leprechaun look. Okay. Did I read it wrong? Yeah, probably. Okay. Anyway. Oh. Yes, guys. You know it's bad when I dip into bad accents. We're playing a game called Fun Employed, which, if you've never played it, is a fun improv game. Again. So we're Fun Employed. It's a game where you've got a bunch of people. One person plays basically the hiring manager. And you draw a card that says you're hiring for, you know, sometimes like an electrician, mob boss, you know, whatever. Bunch of weird things. And you get a bunch of cards that are your traits that you have to try to sell as being why you're good for this job. Well, I was playing with the family one day, and one of the cards I had was German accent. My German accent turned into a really bad Russian accent in about 4 words. It was a thing that did not go well. Yeah, if there's one thing I can do, is a bad Russian. You need the mouse pad? Yeah. I tried to have a bunch of different things that are cool there. All right, but no, that's it's one of the reasons I loved doing improv. I was really lucky. So I work at a university, and we get to, as part of the compensation, is we get, you know, a certain number of credit hours that we could potentially take in a semester. Okay, that we get tuition free. We still have to pay fees and stuff, but they pay the tuition, which is awesome. And the cup, I have that's a problem for future me cup right here. It's nice. I like it. It comes with a metal straw, but I don't use that. But anyway, I took a class. You need everything. That's fair. I took an improv class, and it turns out one of my daughters ended up in the class with me, which was, we did not communicate this to each other. We just found out later that we were both taking the same improv class. And I love improv. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9. That goes there. And yeah, so I have lots of fun with it. And it turns out I kind of knew that because I do all the improv fun when I stream. And yeah, it was all sorts of fun. I'll have to look. I think actually in my Discord, in the Music Free Gaming Discord, I believe I even have links to, yeah, Blue Glass. I have links to a couple of the shows I was in, but, or at least one of them. They're not safe for work, so, you know, it's gotta watch out for that, because turns out college students, they like their profanity because they're just weird. Yeah, I mean, if you want to join another Discord, that one's mine. There are many like it, but that one does have an occasional cheese monkey infestation, so that's something. I really need to find an artist who could design a good cheese monkeys emote. I don't know what a cheese monkey emote should look like, which is a bit of a problem, but I don't have one, and I feel like I need one, and I just don't know. Okay. Cheese monkeys. Let's get this out of there. Here we go. All right. But yeah, occasionally we talk about fun stuff in the Discord. It's a small community, but it's fun. We're chill, and it's occasionally we share some fun memes and talk about movies and things, and you can see what I look like in a hard hat and safety vest if you're really excited about such things. Like, hi, I am auditioning for the Village People today. But, okay. That torch thought it was going to be glass. It was wrong. Turns out. So you're in too many Discords. I understand that. You know, it's one of the things I like about Discord is it's a great place for a community to sort of get together and just be a community off stream. Go see if I've got some more glass. so close to getting this done. So I don't know what's happening with the ceiling, but I think I've got some more blue glass. I've looked at a few other things. Heck, YouTube has just rolled out a community posts thing that I've looked at. I'm not overly excited about, but looked at some of those things. But Discord is just so great for all this type of, let's just talk and be friends and enjoy, we all enjoy some things. Let's talk about stuff like that. Hey, Chair, how's it going over there on YouTube? Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. Let's see. Blue. I have some blue glass panes without you. You're all right. Good deal. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I need a little bit of something over here just to bring a little bit more design stuff, something here. I don't know what, but something. But I do know that I am like cuted the heck out by the new kittens and the new baby mobs that are coming in the next drop. Actually, what really excites me about that is, yes, the kittens are cute and adorable. Okay, and who does not really need cute and adorable kittens? I know I do. But seriously, I'm getting kitten withdrawal. It's a thing. But I think the kittens, just the baby mobs, the little nuggets, yes. Turns out that breaks chicken farms because their hitbox is smaller. And so it apparently does some weird things to chicken farms. I haven't tested it yet. I was just saw a couple of videos where they were talking about that in the headlines. Interesting.
Party on, dudes!
Oh, hey, Sprite, welcome in. Thank you for the resub. 33 months. That is insane. And also awesome and amazing. Ah, jeez, monkeys. Gravity works. But anyway, what I'm actually really excited about is it looks like it might be the beginning of Mojang updating the mob models to something that's looking a little bit more modern. And that I think is going to be kind of cool. I think the updated models for all of the mobs, especially the older ones, is going to be a really cool thing. Okay, I think it's just going to help Minecraft look less old. Because let's face it, Minecraft has been around forever. And it does need a little bit of a graphics update, I think. All right, so yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do for the ceiling here, but the walls are looking better. I like what's happening with the walls. Oops, that's the wrong box. Speaking of wrong boxes, that was also one. All right. So I'm going to have to replicate this on the other side, but that is not going to happen tonight. You swear you can type sometimes? It's better than me. Okay. But yeah, this is going to look really cool coming down because we'll bring this across this way. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do because I like the idea of bringing this down and putting the tree farm down one layer lower. I think that's going to be good. Hopefully that golem has been catching the slime. You used a comma. Well, see, if it blends in to its surroundings, it becomes a comma chameleon, and then it brings up bad memories of 80s songs. So maybe that's a problem. And I don't need Boy George songs or whatever in my head. That's just not something that I need going on. But yeah, if I open this up and move the tree farm down, then we could just access it from here. I think that'll be good. And then what I can do is just turn this into a hallway, or then the storage can come off this way. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So the next stream, we'll finish this up. We'll get a ceiling in, and it's a different response. Well, yeah. So we'll get this wall done. We'll get a ceiling in, and we'll bring this wall over here towards the bubble vader. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
He jumped out a window.
Yes, indeed. Okay. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to. I have to update the GIF command so it uses something other than Tenor, because Tenor is ending their service. So yeah, so that's a thing. But all right. So anyway, yeah, so I'll dig this down. It's going to be great and wonderful and exciting. That's going to, we'll probably have a little bit of an entranceway here. We'll continue this hallway down. And then the other thing I want to do.
Say we take off, nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
If we nuke the site from orbit, that would clean out a lot of the stone. But yeah, we'll continue out some hallway out this way, and then decorate the bamboo farm. But that's going to be a problem for future me. I think we'll head back to the winter village and do some more of that stuff after I get this hallway done. But yeah,
Bring up the holy hand grenade.
okay. Oh, hang on. Sorry, my wife is texting me. I need to see what's happening. Oh, yep. Okay. All right. Fun stuff. Okay, so I think it turns out Pizza Hut has a sale today, and it's the place is mobbed. Oh, and I'm purple now. It's cool. Love the theme. Yep. All right, so that's got a joke. Maybe we have a joke. I think it's there we go. It's just joke. All right, stream joke. Why did the burglar hang his mugshot? Try this again. Why did the burglar hang his mugshot on the wall? To prove that he was framed. Yeah, that. I feel bad for that joke. I think that joke needs to spend some time, maybe with its personal physician, to try to not die. that one hurt me a little bit inside, I gotta say. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I think I gotta stop for tonight. At least it was yes, it was a better one than Riley. Riley has had some bad jokes over the years. That one at least was not quite as bad, I guess. But I do need to call it a night. I'm tired, and it's getting late anyway. I do want to give a special shout out to all of the awesome and amazing people who help support the stream. whether it's at musicfreegaming.com or as Sprite just subscribed here on Twitch. You can also become a member on YouTube, which is also cool.
To each other.
Yes. So yes, if you'd like to become a supporter, musicfreegaming.com is the place to do it. And also, there's links to all of the other stuff I've got going on there. Next stream will be Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll finish this hallway and probably do some diggy and some other stuff, so it'll be good. And until next time, as we just played, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.